Hello, my lovelies. Oh my god. The- Oh my god, there's music from the game so loud I can't hear myself. Great. Un momento. Cat, please don't do that. Macska! Miért pont most? And the whole stream started with a scuff. My cat just decided to jump on the monitors and everything's fallen off. Almost. Okay. It's still standing, but everything in disarray. And I wanted to get the game audio to be lesser because holy hell it is loud. Way better. Wait. Okay. It even... Okay. So, back again. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the Graveyard Club. And... cat again. Okay. My cat got up to her usual place without going through my monitors. And the scuff's already beginning. And don't you dare, don't you even look at it. No, Nem. Okay, back from the start. Sorry about all this. It just happens, life and all that, unlife and everything, all that. Yeah. Again, welcome to the Graveyard, my lovelies. And today, I'm just trying to stream something chill, something calm game. Like, ignore the content warning. That doesn't matter. Ignore it. It just, I want to something, nothing my usual high-paced action game like that. So I just want something small, easy, so I can talk while gaming, but also doing things, because I have a few things to say. Some of them even my own mess ups or just being too much. Things being too much. So yeah, just some things. And one of them is why I don't have today another energy drink review, because I'm trying to get some balance here and such. But let's start the game first. Hey Bison, welcome. How are you today? And this is something again. Oh my god, everything is just going haywire by me. So yeah, just wanted something to calm, and so I can talk with you guys and just say some things that impacts my future with streaming and such. But first, let's start the game. Let's enter it. I'm fine a bit. Hey Bison, yeah, alright, how about you? Yeah, I'm fine, a bit tired. A bit. Because there's a lot of things to do and I'm nowhere near and ready for them anywhere. Let's start the game and I can talk about a few of those things. Let's enter, right? Oh, mute. Oh, there's a settings. Oh, okay. Second, guys. I want everything to be minimum, then I'm just increasing back on. Can I reset the volume? Yeah. Oh my freaking god, it's so many things, it's so much haywire in my sound settings. Great. I really need to look after this, but first things first, background was a bit less, so thank you very much. Yeah, and this is fine for now. Let's start. No, my mouse is there. Welcome to Maiden Theater. On this stage we shall be toying with fate. We will make many choices, unlock darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely ride of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever door you like. Let's go with the devil. The demon door. You control the demon door. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Well, let's go with attack. You kill the human doll in cold blood. How ruthless! You find your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time try controlling the other doll. Let's go with the human doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Attack it! You both attack each other at once and achieve the worst possible outcome. What an excellent bad ending made possible by your luck. Can't freaking speak. What an excellent bad ending made possible by your decisions. You'll do well in this theater. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set those behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each on or off without having to replay the doors preservative. Yes, my tutorial actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now try turning those behavior on and off and see the different outcomes. Neither of them is hostile or wicked. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Very nice. You and the human doll are able to set aside your difference and become friends. End tutorial. And I'm done. Do you understand how to play? Yes, sir. Yeah, I get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. And that's what we're gonna do. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. So, we have a hero, Maiden, underling, and overlord. And we don't have any unlocked behavior yet, so. And there seem to be 41 bad ends. Oh my. Oh my. Wait. Oh, it has even. Oh, it has. Virtual. Oh my. Nice, nice. With this, I can see where I'm going and what I still need to achieve, which is quite nice. Let's start with the hero. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty relevant, swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive nearby demon overlord. So, whoever puts your village right next to where an anti-demon army hangs out, you don't get it. That's actually a good question. Why did you put a village next to a demon castle? It just what? That guy is making some, and I forgot. Of course, I forget something. I always forget something. Oh well. You're happy to protect townspeople though. You were born to play this role. You head off on adventure tracks to the Maiden. But demons just block your path. You could hit them to gain experience. Well, I am the hero, so I should bravely shout to them, the aviar creatures. You make quicker with the wild creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now, and bloodier. After a long trek, you make it to the castle front gate. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past this monster if you want to reach the Overlord. Well, again, I am the hero, so I should be dutiful. Go through the demon army. You get to recruit. This is what must be done in order to rescue the Maiden. These are evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. They are demons, so they are the author. The Overlord appears demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all our soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the Maiden is. She feigns ignorance. Convincing it, but you won't be fooled. If the Maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can say only one answer. Overlord is definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she ought to been devoured. Maiden me. Think about what poor Maiden fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you got. You become strong from the horde of demons. You took down before the final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sign of relief, but your job is not finished yet. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of Maiden within its walls. Just as you suspected, she must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. Great evil has been banished from this world. But what does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. Killing demons. What else? You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero and wait, you succeeded! You killed the demon. I stared. This is the stage. And there's a slaughter art demons, dutiful. Alright. And before I go on, let me take a sip. One of the things I was thinking about of changing around here is I have channel points now. Yes, I got affiliated, and honestly I wanted to celebrate it with a sort of death boot or lore like video, but I didn't prepare in time, and I'm still not done with it because there's a lot of things that need to be done. Amongst them is normal schedule, normal overlay that looks decent, lore, and everything is collected it together, which is not little work. And I do have a day job, and well, yeah, it takes time, which I didn't have. So I took the affiliate, and I should even celebrate the affiliate in the beginning, but again, not really having the time for it. So yeah, that's it for now. And even now, I'm still doing things that might help with it, but it's slow process. So I might do that as I'm updating stuff with my art with my overlay and even with my model, I will slowly start using it, putting it inside what I'm already using. And yeah, that's the plan. As for channel points, as I said, it's been unlocked, and I did put there a few default ones like hydrate, highlight message, posture check, stretching, and such. But I also commissioned a few emotes, which is still ongoing. We'll get it later on, which will be used here, of course. And I was thinking of putting what is it called, soundboard on it, so you can use points, beats, or whatever to play sounds. That's a plan as well. As well, a few auto redeems. Like I was thinking, I'm a gigolo after. I'm here to serve you. So why not use a popular Japanese term to welcome you, which I don't know in top of my head, but I will learn it. Irasaimasen Gojo Shinsama or something like that. I don't know. I will check it out and I will. Probably that will be one of the redeems. What else? I don't know. We will see. Maybe me going feral, changing from normal to feral, maybe? That's a possibility too. But yeah, that's one of the options I have. And if you guys have any ideas, feel free to say to me. Also, okay, the next one, let's go another route and we can see what will happen. And let's go with Maiden right now, because as a hero, we were searching for her. So let's see if we can find her. You're the Maiden. You live in peaceful village next to the spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day. What a shitty fate. Because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. Excuse me, that's kinda toxic, isn't it? Like, are they telling somebody's fate? You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happens to anyone. But maybe demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in a church, you pray to your god, asking why you have been born into the role of Maiden. Because they are shitty writers. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you understand your role better if you were just to hurry up and get captured already. Well, okay. You leave a note and venture forth to find the demon. Just, see what happens. Best idea ever, I can guarantee. Not long into your adventure, demon underling appears before you. Looks pretty scary. More like you, look how small it is. Well, normally, when you encounter demon, you either kill them, or if you are a soldier or hero or combat oriented, normal, and otherwise you shout for a hero to come save you. Let's do that. You yell, but the hero does not come. Demon then jumps you and starts biting. Luck. How painful. That's not biting, that's actually eating you. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? Because you were impatient. You weren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting demon, not the Varions. This is your punishment for passionate faith, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by demons until you are no more. from Zoom Maiden ending. Reset the stage. Wait, let's... We went to this bad ending. We just went full on, okay? And here we went to getting eaten. Okay. Can... You know what? Let's go on hero again. And we won't be dutiful now. You are the hero. You like to think yourself as a reliable and fair guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and what. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped, and it's likely being held captive at nearby demon overlord castle. Who puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. Would demon soldiers block your path? You could kill them to gain experience. Well, you were dutiful last time. Let's go with playing like a coward. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. Life is more important. And that's coming from a zombie. Alright. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. Dude, your reputation was already lost when you ran from demon. You wonder how you ever be able to rescue that maiden all of your own. You can't even fight some lousy demons underneath. You take your chance at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle front gate. You are faced with an army of demons, all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past this monster if you want to reach the overlord. Do we want to be diplomatic? That's the other option. And that will take us on a different route. But I'm now interested if we become dutiful now, what's if we get a different outcome? There's a key skip button, let's use it. And there's nothing to change. Alright. I guess. Yeah, there's nothing changed. If you go on dutiful, unless somebody, one of them changes something, there's nothing else. Okay, we flee from demons, but nothing else. If we were dutiful once, we can't change. That's interesting. Let's go again with the hero. Let's skip. Feel like... Wait, no. Wait, what? You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you come here. They say you're done and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you. The escort directly to the overlord chamber. That was easy. The overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. She got eaten by a demon. The overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that came here in forever. At least what that she knows of. Think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You approach for intrusion and return home to her village. The maiden was never found. Useless hero. Yes, at the stage. Let's check. Yeah, this was it. So right now I can't change anything with the hero's route anymore. So let's try. Let's try the maiden again. Wait. Let me check something. I am diplomatic, then we can go this route. Maybe change something. But let's... Can we be both? Yes, we can be both. Let's try to make them while the hero is both. And let's skip. And this doesn't change anything. Okay, let's try again. And now, introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting your lap. How painful. Alright. So no matter what I do, this doesn't matter. Because the underling, this guy, just eats you, no matter what. So let's try that. You're a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not partially weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. Unbearably boring. Heroes really come out the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. There's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unfashioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your boss. What does she know about anything? Who made her boss of everyone? You complain about Overlord to your friends. They agree that she kinds of snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustration, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh my! You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Do we want to be loyal or disloyal? Let's try the loyalty first. Let me drink that up. Hey Bison, also I got news. What news, Bison? What you got? Let's not. New trap. Oh, nice. That's nice. I didn't even know you had a truck by default. So getting a new one is quite nice. It's a modern one or used, used or used. It's a pickup truck or a big truck like with trailer and such. And for the game, let's remain loyal. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty damn good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod but don't seem convinced. You said update would be more effort than it's worth. You're still gonna be rebel and sneak out of guests. Your friends praise you mischievously. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass, wide and free. As you make your way along the path to nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider the option. We can still eat her and see how where it goes. Yeah, let's go with that. Robber, maidens aren't the best meal, but figure you should live up to demon's name. Strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see omens or only someone been watching. Time to pin the audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming, running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. I think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Let's put on a show. Because the show must go on. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Oh my. Leave his brain for me, please. The audience screams, grow louder. Applause! Applause, audience, applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirst, then striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. Curtain closes. Bad former underling. The world is a show, and someone must play it. Or I don't know if that's the right quote or not. Yes, that's the stage. Let's see the bad ends. Underling. We got Daniel person Brilliant Massacre slain by the hero. Nice. Oh my, okay. So if we can get, now we got the underling roots around, we can now I'm interested. He won't be hungry now. The hero will be dutiful and diplomatic both. And we play the Maiden now. And see if what happens with the underling now. Anyway, Bison, you didn't say what kind of truck is it? Okay, it's used, but it's a pickup truck or a bigger one with trailers and such. I'm now interested, really. And we're going on with Maiden. And let's keep it what we are doing. And now the guy won't eat us. So let's just shout for the hero to game save us. Yeah, but the hero does not come. The name is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused and hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by demons already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master and wants to land. Oh my, happy ending comes. After a long while to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who has apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. To your surprise, she lets them off easily. Underling is dismissed. The Overlord turns to you looking very interested. To explain why you come, and she squints at you. Wait, what? You explain why you have come. Okay. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, it doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been taught that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen, and a hero would come and rescue you. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe you haven't been maiden-like enough. You asked the Overlord what should you do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. Wait, this is her talking. I should get a voice for her, maybe. How is it wholesome game? How is it? Is this a wholesome game, or is it one of those games where it starts out innocent and it does become a mindfuck? How about it's both? Because I think there are some wholesome moments, but we will see. Again, I've seen a few playthroughs of it, but not the ending, whole ending, and there's some strange cases there, Bison. Just a few. Then drink cup. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This overload seems like a complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying and talk with her more. Overload tells you again that you should get lost. How rude! You just got here. I refuse to leave. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! Overload shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. She seems like a nice demon lord. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. I mean, she could at least offer a cup of tea and cookie before asking you to leave. Well, yeah, but it seems like she isn't British. So, it might not be the thing for them. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. He says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord would say the same of humans. You may be different, but realize they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I said was to deceive you. But maybe everything I said was to deceive you. And the other hand, what would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the waitings are back home. You kind of like not being taught to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you're always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Love at first sight. But then a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by dark liquid, dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be the demon's blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. I can see it is going very, very wrong. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into hall. She's bailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scenes he's left for her. Overlord takes the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. Overlord, who you just had been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. Cleaner that you had been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. You somehow manage to slip past the Overlord and make it out to blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Well, is she now a ruthless and mindless creature? I mean, she just witnessed a hero just killing everyone. Every one of her minions. She might be caring about, so you know what? Let's try being not dutiful and try to be diplomatic. Everything else is the same. And we can try to be polite now as well. Because we got this bad ending, yes? Yeah, that's about it. Alright. Let's go with Maiden again. Let's keep. Let's try to be polite now. You tell the demon your name, explain that you're Maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by demons already. Demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree this is the same thing. Now we can obey her. Let's see what happens. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. With a little whistle. Along the way you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't know the Overlord's castle is like right there? Explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by demons. What nerve! You are very upset that this so-called hero would treat you this way and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone is very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions and you tell them your story. As you explain that you the Overlord never had any intention to harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an old man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero? They ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be. What they say. Holy hell. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the Graveyard Tab. And thank you, Mofu. Thank you for the raid. Holy hell. 34 Raiders. 39, excuse me. Holy hell. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, my lovelies. And welcome to the Graveyard Club. I'm NaGeL Bailey, zombie gigolo at your service. And I'm just playing this little game called Dead and Theater and trying to voice act, which I'm failing at quite badly. But how was your stream, Mofu? And alright. You were waiting, yeah. Hello sir, I was waiting to be able to raid. Thank you for the raid. Let me shout at you a bit. Mofu. Right, let me just write this Mofu, like so, and it should be working. Yes.
Yesterday's stream was like censored at least. God, I actually had to like I had to censor the one because I uploaded it to YouTube, and it was so freaking funny because I was like struggling so bad. I never edit anything. And I had to like edit the VOD myself and add like a little image to censor the naked man. I can't even.
Yeah, it's a nice little plugin. Not plugin, it's a web browser, see? But yeah, and I didn't hear half of it because the game is so loud compared to the shout out. But yeah, the game so far is quite fun. It's quite alright. It's interesting. You have 4 people to control, and what you decide for them previous runs happens in the next run too, and you can change their fate in such a way. It's quite fun. Anyway, this one. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be. So they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from outside are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. Seems like the Maiden has become the witch. You don't want to die. You wonder it would have been better to hide the truth. You don't like the tough, yes. You always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear these dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Executed Maiden. So far, I only found bad ends, but it's called Bad End Theater, so yeah. Let me check how so far it went. So, Hydrate. Thank you for the redeems. I also, I can't talk. I didn't quite load this stream because I'm talking a lot, and it drives my mouth. But yeah, one of the things I've been wondering this stream in the beginning, I have channel points now, and I don't know what really to add to it. One of my ideas was that to cater to my viewers, and like you Mokunya had the meow, I might add something like, I don't remember the exact phrase that is being used in Japan, but it's something like irasaimasen gojusin-sama or something like. I need to look it up, the exact phrase, and learn it how to say it. But I was thinking adding that as a redeem for myself. And yeah. And of course, yeah. Yeah, I love the idea as well. I just need to look it up and actually say it better. That was one of the ideas. But I'm open for anything else as well. So if you have ideas how I can cater in my graveyard club better, I'm open for that. So yeah. Right now, one of the bad ending was this, that the maiden is burned at stake. She's an enemy of the village. And this happened because she wasn't eaten by the underling. The overlord didn't do anything. The maiden was obedient. So yeah. That's about it. And yeah, the hero was dutiful and the maiden left the village alone. Okay. Let's go on the Maiden route again. But right now, the hero... Wait, I already was diplomatic. Let's try not be diplomatic. The underling... right now, I don't care about underling or overload. I just want to see what else can we do with these parameters. Let's go with, again, Maiden. And guys, do you want me to read this again? I already did it, I think 2 times this time, this stream, but I can read it again if you guys are interested in it. Yes, all right. You are the mate. Wait, what the hell just happened with my PC? Something happened that I didn't like. You are the Maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon of Velox Castle. Oh, Scuff. I don't know it's a Scuff. I don't know what happened. It just happened and it just went away. Maybe my cat pressed something. She devil, my cat is near here. Yeah, we hope and pray it's nothing wrong. Anyway, you are the Maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demons of Overlord Castle. You are told you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day, because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't given the opportunity? Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your God, asking why you have been born into this role of a maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. Magic! Hi Naj, I'm very busy today, so I'll be lurking, but I hope you have a great stream. Thank you, Magic, and welcome to the Graveyard Club as usual. Just take a seat by the bar and enjoy the show. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you understand your role better if you will just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find the demon. Just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, demon hunter appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Let's be polite now, because honestly, who hurt a little politeness? You tell the demon your name, explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. Demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master's until, after a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures that the underling that brought you here was apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easily. The underling is dismissed and Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you have come and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for the moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. See, this doesn't make any sense to you. You're always being told that demons would one day stick you out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. Yes, I'm sorry. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude! You just got here. And right now, we're refusing to leave. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out of or anything. Hooray! The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. Little by little, you realize they might not be a ruthless monster you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving them humans any excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town. You expressed your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You already thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. Well, basically, humans are the same kind of animals, so yeah. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their life the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I said was to deceive you and the other humans. What will you do if I turned out to be super evil and wrong? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept yourself, but spending time with this overworld has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that hero enters the room, you're surprised to see him at first until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. Sheesh! Nobody reads in the village, seems like. The hero asks if you will return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway back to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You're already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. Excuse me, let me drink a bit. Quickly reach the Overlord's room. The door is shut up. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your feet against the door hopelessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you've forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of things off. You start to cough. Smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. Duck down, lie on the floor, crawl away. You realize you haven't got much time to left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. Well, burnt like a witch, now burnt in a castle. You can't help but laugh. What a joke! A maiden saving the Overlord! If you just stay true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless Maiden and B. Wait, it is Selfless Maiden 1? Maiden saved from the Overlord. Okay. The Maiden is burned at stake. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Ah, this one. Bad yourself. The maiden tries to save the Overlord from burning castle. What can I change? I don't think I can change anything to Maiden. But when we were at the hero slays everyone and the Overlord is upset, then the hero was dutiful, the Maiden escapes. Alright. What we can change is now the Maiden won't be obedient. We can play as the hero and see if we have any choices when we come and be diplomatic. See if we can have any choices. Diplomatic, both diplomatic and dutiful. and see what happens. Let's go with the hero. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as some pretty reliable swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even put the village right next to where an anti-demon army hangs out? You don't get it. He has a point. This is never explained nowhere, and he has a freaking point. You're happy to protect the townspeople though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Well, I don't know if this choice affects the outcome. But let's go with dutiful here. You make quick work of the wild creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle front gate. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past this monster if you want to reach the overlord. And now here I want to be diplomatic. Ask if you let you in. You attempt to explain why you come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice the demon blood from you earlier. You haven't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You have no choice but to fight. The army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for you. You make your way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. You make it to the Overlord's chamber and hope you're still in time to save the maiden. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. We can try to be heroic, or we can ask the maiden what's going on. We didn't have these options yet. Let's go with the destroy the Overlord, and later on we can come back and see what Daughter is doing. Destroy the Overlord. You long forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She is oddly quiet and dragged back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Triumphant heroine. That's a good end for the hero, but not for the maiden or the Overlord. Right? It's still about the bad end. Oh well. And now we can try to, well, here again, back to the same hero, and we can the heroic. We're going to try to be diplomatic and not be dutiful. Let's skip it for now. And now we're gonna flee like a coward, tarnishing our heroic reputation. Because why not? Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own. You can't even fight some lost demon underling. You take your chances at the castle. You're here after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gate. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past this monster if you want to reach the overload. And now we ask if they let the same. You go up to the nearest demon, explain why you come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chamber. That was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. I messed up. I didn't went in killing, so it's not the same outcome. So if I try to destroy the Overlord right now, she will kill me, I think. But you know what? Let's find out. You're leaning forward and driving your blade through the evil orbs. She screamed and fires. Didn't change anything. It's the same one, right? Yes, it's the same one. Let's go again. Yep. Play like a coward. Wait, no. Baby slaughtered this. As if they let you in. Now they're gonna be... Wow! Thank you for the raid, husband. Thank you and welcome everybody. Welcome to the Graveyard Club. Take a seat, take a drink, enjoy the show. I'm NaGeL Bailey, zombie gigolo at your service. Wow. Thank you for the raid, thank you. I'm playing right now on the show is a little game called Maiden Theater, which is theater about poor people and trying to find true ending. But there seems to be only a bad endings for these guys, so we're exploring that. And yes, welcome Mama Remedy, welcome husband, and how was your streaming? I seen husband streamed earlier today, but I was working and I could not watch it, sadly. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me do a shout out for you, but first let me just mute the game, like so. And shout out husband. Oh. Interesting clip. Interesting clip. Also, let me shout out Mama Remedy because husband and Mama Remedy is a pair and it's quite lovely in my opinion. So loading screen, yes, interesting clip. This little plugin of mine. Again, interesting clip. Well, this extension gets random clips from your channel, right? I should be doing that. Let me check it just in case. No, clips from your last game. Sorry, clips from your last game. So it's always up to date with the clips. It's just a random clip from your last game, last session. I can show you to later you this fine thing on your Discord if you want to, guys. That goes to Mofunyas as well. It's quite interesting little plugin and useful shout out tool. I will show it to you later on after the stream. So, for the newly arrived guests, well, as I said, this is a visual novel I'm trying to voice act. Emphasis on trying because I'm not a very good one. Hello, welcome to the stream below. Hope you enjoyed the show. Take a seat at the bar, take a drink, and enjoy. You attempt to explain why you come, but the monster before you... Wait, stop. Back to the sounds. You attempt to explain why you come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier. You haven't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You had no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience point for you! You make your way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. You make it to the Overlord's chamber and hope you're still in time to save the Maiden. You find the Maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. Hello, welcome, Household Flocky. How are you? Welcome to the Graveyard Club. Enjoy the stream. And thank you for the follow as well. Go eat Remy. Okay. I didn't understand what you mean by go eat Remy. You meant Mama Remedy, and I was like, what? Whom should I eat? I know I'm a zombie, but I try to minimize eating people. I know brains are the delicacy, so... And I have a few. Belly, I wouldn't want to eat her. I wouldn't want to eat Mama Remedy either. And there are certain people that are quite yummy, but I'm still refraining from eating. Either because I don't want to eat them fully and turn them into zombies and start a zombie apocalypse, or I just don't want to do them. But any brain, I can't remember the word. Not offering. And damn it. And any brain donation would help. So feel free to donate brains that will stave off my hunger and a coming zombie apocalypse later. A day or two stalling. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Last time, we destroyed the Overlord. Now let's estimate what's going on. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. Overlord moves past you and out of the door. See her army in lifeless, bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. Oh! We can stab her. We can go down again. I think it's gonna be the same heroic group. Or say it is just all big misunderstanding. Which one should be it? Because there is a chance that it's a different ending route, but I don't think so. At least the chart didn't show it like that. Let's go with a misunderstanding, then later on we can check the charts. This is all just a big misunderstanding. You hope she let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart and the Maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Kinda, yeah, kinda, no. Depends. Wait, what did I do just now? Tragic hero and they set the stage. Bad end. And yeah, I don't think it would have changed it. Yeah. Because hero is being offset, hero translate overlord. We slays over and he brings the maiden to him, and that's not the best one. Alright, alright. As for the maiden, can we change anything for her? I don't think so. Wait, dutiful and heroic. We can check the maiden's route. If maiden meets the overlord, the maiden stays with the overlord of I. Hero is dutiful and heroic. We can do that, yes. That's right. Dutiful, heroic. And back to the maiden. Let's not skip it because the new raiders again. Let me read it again. 4th time this time. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon Overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon Overlords apparently love capturing dolls. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your God, asking why you have been born into this role, maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but religious curious what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'll understand your role better if you were just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find the demon. Just to see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. And we're gonna be polite again. You tell the demon your name, explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better. You were to hurry up, get taken away by the demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their monster nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures. Excuse me. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who has apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easily. Underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you looking very interested. You explain why you come, and she screams at you. Turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like. Still, it doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along, maybe just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude, you just got here. And we're gonna refuse. Because if we obey her, we're gonna go back to the village. And we already seen a few village endings. We're gonna stay. Also, we're gonna interested in the hero's actions. As he is heroic, what's happening from the maiden side. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! Overload shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize they might not be a reckless monster you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but seems the overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their lives the best same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I said was just to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the Maidens are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all. Feel free. Honestly, you always kept to yourself. Spending time with Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. But then a hero barged into your room. His clothes are stained by dark liquid. It's dripping from the weapons too. You realize it must be the demon's blood. Something horrible is happened. The hero suddenly dashes toward Overlord, sword drawn. Ahahaha! So far, we had do nothing. So far, it always happened with do nothing. Now we have a choice to protect her. Let's protect her now. Later on, we can see what happens. Protect her. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could imagine this would be the way you die. The roles are all switched around. It feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Sacrificial Maiden. Let's set the stage. And this is executed, sacrificial. Hey, what the hell was that? And we were on this path. We can try to get again to see if what happens here. That we can still reach. Let's try it. And skipping now. Refuse to leave and do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the overlord and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hands to you, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle past the corpse of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There is blood everywhere. Shut your eyes. But even then, you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle. The hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demon. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities just regardless. Complacent Maiden and set the stage. We can now do the whole Maiden Bailey Martyr and check out the heroes ending here. Wait, what? Oh my. Okay. So the Maiden is a martyr. Alright. We're gonna beat the hero now again. Alright, the hero, yeah, let's skip it, please. And be dutiful. You make quick work of the white creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. And this is... And we're gonna cut. You get the courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the Maiden. These are evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you feel one after another on your way to Overlord's chamber. You find the Maiden being held captive by the Overlord just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Destroy the Overlord. You long forward to put end to the evil Overlord, but your blade pierces the Maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord bails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. Overlord strikes at you in vengeful rage. You parry and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen Maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by the demonic magic. You pick up the Overlord's head, wrapping it your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the Overlord is slain. There will be celebrations. Loyal heroine. By the way, viewers, if you found that some of my pronunciations are weird, do tell me. I'm trying to correct them if I notice it, but please point it out if I'm doing it wrong something. That would be majorly helpful. Let's set the stage. And we got this bed, and yes, and I think we can't go any other routes with the current stuff we're doing. So let's go with the current choices here. Let's go with Underling. You are demon Underling, service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard castle and keep humans away. Unbearably boring. Heroes really come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. A lot of standing and in one place and starting into nothing. Hello Yazid, how are you? Welcome to the Graveyard Club. Take a seat, take a drink, and enjoy the show. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. By the way, Yazid, been looking for quite a while. I've been enjoying your narration. Thank you for enjoying. Do say if I'm pronouncing something weird so I can correct it. Also, how you been? I haven't talked to you in a few days. How you been? She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before you return to your post. What does she know about anything? What made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friend. They agreed that she's kind of snob, totally deserved to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustration, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this into a responsible direction. Let's see with the choices I made previously how it changes the things from this guy's perspective. Let's not. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. Yeah, dude, will do. I'm doing well. I've been busy with exams for the past few days, but I finished it today. Nice, good job. I hope you get nice, good grades on your exams. For me, it just works constantly. Oh yeah. After all, life must be pretty dang good if your only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there is nothing to do. The authors not, but don't seem to convinced. To say a hub date would be more effort than it's worth. Hub date, something like that. I hope as well. Still waiting for grades to come out. Yeah. You finished today, then yeah, you need a few more days. But yeah. We're still gonna be rebel and sneak out to the castle. Friends praise you for mischievous ways. Change of atmosphere excite you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. To consider your options. We're not gonna eat her, because that's changed the whole story I'm interested in. So we're gonna hear her out. You're in a good mood today, and rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You haven't guessed this would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line from what you get is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks you where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to do. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. Lil Hatch, hello everyone. Hey Lil Hatch! Welcome to the Graveyard Club, and take a seat, take a drink, enjoy the show. We're playing a little bit of a theater game. Theater. I don't know. Theater. Something like that. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods, says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends even consider overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. That was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. He decides it's about time for a nap. Hey Jean d'Arc! Welcome to the Graveyard Club. Üdvözlök a Graveyard Clubban. Take a seat, have a drink, enjoy the show. Ülj le nyugodtan, vegyed magad italhoz, és élvezd a show. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of battle. For the English viewers, Jean d'Arc is written like that, but again, Jean d'Arc. Its inspiration is from Jean d'Arc. He just written like a Hungarian would write it. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find that the hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! We can avenge our fallen comrades or save ourselves. Let's see what will happen if we avenge our fallen comrade. Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac. What did he ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into your guard, sometimes brought you food whenever he notices you were feeling kinda down. What a nice dude. You like that god. You wish with all your demon heart that for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles, you feel his sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile to him as you conscious of fate. The hero is overtaken, your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious underling. Nice! That's... Wow. Really? We defeated the hero, but that's not an option, seems like. Let's go again as underling, but now we will be a coward. Let's skip because we already saw this. Let's not overthrow her, clear her out. And now we're gonna save ourselves. You go look around at the lifeless form of those you know as far as back you can remember. You feel glad to not be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that yes, you played the caster until you remember your role, not as underling but as demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you start a new life far away from any humans or demons, where you live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling. This is it. Oh well. We can try to go this route as well. Wait, underling returns to the castle, but what's this ending here? Maybe this is a disloyal. Alright, let's check being disloyal now. Don't give up. Sure, it is a good ending somewhere. Well, possibly, but the game is called Bad and Theater, so it might not be accurate. But let's try to be disloyal now and see what happens. Let's overthrow her. No, you're sick of this overlord holding you and your friends back. Of course, Sir NaGeL Bailey wouldn't do such a petty thing like running away. Of course. I've style. If I have duty to serve, I will serve. Even if it means going against the unbeatable. I live. Okay, the term live to serve doesn't apply to me because I'm not alive anymore. But you get the gist of it. You could say I unlive to serve. No, you're sick of this order holding you back and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion to take that day off like you want to. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. Well, at least you don't have to fear death anymore, or do you? Well, depends. There are certain ways to kill a zombie, but we can survive a lot of things. So, I kinda like my current unlife, so if it's possible, I try to avoid dying. But if it's not, then it is what it is. I do offer my services for a price. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Let's hear her out. You're in a good mood today, so you're rather curious, but okay, let's bring her back. This happens, and this is the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So this wasn't a different ending. So maybe if the hero isn't dutiful, then it changes. So let's not be dutiful, but be heroic. We have seen this. Let's not, but it doesn't change. Hear her out. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask what they're dealing. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you're of course reply with, that sounds a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead? Your friends question your loyalty to their cloud. Let's not be disloyal. Actually, not so bad, you guys. Your friends seem to pretty disappointed. They applied to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly sizes you. Someone who is still loyal to the overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. Don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this ends. This is pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Faithful underling and messed up thing, but yeah. And this was the faithful underling. Yes. The price of loyalty. But we can try to get onto the hero being diplomatic and see how long we can get onto this ending here. Which means just standard stuff, just she is being diplomatic. Yes, your demon underling, we've been there. I don't think it matters here. Hear her out. I think we need to kill her here. Because this is the only way we can go. Okay, let's kill the overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the overlord, you know how bad it is to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of boxed confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself right into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they wanna go about this. They figured they just lock her in her room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directional stock. Useless without someone's guidance. Your guide. They're probably casualties if you fight her head on, and while showing death make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play that scene. You really didn't want it to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You have to beat the one to assassinate the overlord. Besides, no one has any better idea. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle and are headed to the overlord's room. Fuck! Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the human. Sure enough, the Maiden already frantically telling the overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. The price of being friends with demons. And I don't run out of tea. By the way, today I made some tea for myself, but not any tea. I put in the usual tea stuff, tea leaves, but I also put in sugar. That's normal. And instead of normal citron or lemon, I put in a little bit of salt, and it gave it a bit more richer taste. You should try. Also, I had some rum at home, so I put a few. I think I put in like 10 centiliter, 2 shots of rum in it, and it made the whole taste of the tea pop out more. Such a good blend. The tea was orange and cinnamon taste flavor. The salt brought out the flavor more, and the rum made it pop. It was such a good taste. I cannot recommend it enough. So if you can try it. They cried that it was all your idea and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they tell over such a blunt lie. You always knew better than to trust them. That one who didn't have a choice here. Yes, it wait, salt? Yeah, salt. A little bit of salt, not much. It makes the taste pop out. It just makes it taste better. A bit of contrast with the sugar one. Because with sugar, it makes it very sweet. And the salt makes a bit of a contrast to that. Add a bit of salt, very, very, very little saltiness, and it gives a bit of contrast, a more richer flavor. Like, for example, I made 2-liter tea, and I just gave it a 1 teaspoon of sugar, not salt. Yeah, try it. It's good. Again, make sure you don't put too much. As I said, I put a teaspoon amount of sugar into 2 liters of tea. But if you need, you can always put more if you need it. But for me, that was enough. You always know better than trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until over demand silence. Regardless who led this conspiracy. I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in line. In your place. Crash beneath my heel. Whatever tea works with it, honestly. But for me, right now, it was orange and cinnamon flavor. Usually that you drink on Christmas, but I had some and I used that. But every tea works with it. Rum, not so much. Rum, not so much. Rum is just, you need to choose the flavor well. But salt works with every tea. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You dump her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You trapped in here with over 2 humans, and then the room bursts into flame. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay a lot of them. You wish he get a chance. Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You'll be forced into this mess. You'll be sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. But Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling and let's set the stage. Let's see. which ending was this. Was the traitor one. But wait, I was diplomatic. Excuse me, what? Okay, you're not hero, just diplomatic. And grant a day off. Okay, Alan brings Maiden to the castle. And then unlock that in plot to dethrone the Overlord. Okay. But basically, I need to be disloyal. And the hero being diplomatic. I think this is the correct settings. We'll see. Let's not. Hear her out. The thing is, if I choose she actually not so bad guys, they will kill me. That's not ideal. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. And it's the same ending. So I'm missing something here. But I don't know what. Maybe... Okay. We're gonna go on a different route now with this underling constant plan to kill the Overlord. But for that, we need to eat her. Right? I think yes. Let's try it. Can you get more traits by playing the other characters? You can only get traits for the characters you are playing. So you can't get traits for other characters just when you're playing. And after this route, I think I'm going to try to Overlord now, because I haven't tried it as of yet. So we'll see what happens then. We already played this, Let's overthrow, yes. Gobble her up. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon's name. Strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought. I feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were on the sea. Oh man, only someone could have been watching. Time to pin an audience for your evil deeds. Wandering to the nearby building. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. I think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. And let's change our mind, because putting on a show means eating the whole village. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you commit. Also, they might fight back, but probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you take a nap. You don't get to sleep long, your friends wake you up. Rude. This is the... Wait, what? They're very eager to talk to you about the whole kill the Overlord plan. You admit you hadn't given it much thought and only just now remember it was a thing. Your friends question your loyalty to the cause. Let's kill her. You tell them you were just joking, terrified. You're totally into it, Winnie. And it's be the same now. No, it's not. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual. Ah, right, because I eaten the maiden. The hero is not there with her. And now there's a different room. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. And now, time to die! You figured the cleanest way to do this would be dig your thought into her throat, so you just do that. She wakes up, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her own blood, cursing you before Pina expired. That felt terrible. You reminded yourself that it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself guilt back anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. Hey look, please, only now do you realize they were must plan to use you like this from the very beginning. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow down before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you as you had betrayed your overlord, Lord Underling Dingby. And we can get the ending with the coward one now. Holy hell. This is quite the conundrum. Let's go again, and now we're gonna be a coward. Let's overthrow her, gobble her up, change your mind and leave. Let's kill the overlord and chicken out. You don't want to kill her, you can go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked bishop, you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up and ask again to be let out. Overlord stays in her bed while you head turn the demons shut the door. You scramble into Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe those assholes will bully you like this. You feel like crying. The light flickers set you free. It doesn't take you long to realize they set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and Overlord burn together. Cowardly underling ending. And that was another ending. And I think the rest needs to be done by others. So let's go. The default route with the Overlord. Let's see what happens. Let me drink a little bit water now. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. A pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose is life is... There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You actively avoid pissing off the humans in hopes they leave you and your army alone. What they never do. You're still new to this whole Overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your talk about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially with Sanctuary. No one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're vying about this kind of bothers you. What do you with this underling? let us, well, we're a tyrant, we're overlord, aren't we? Tell them to get back to work. You make them lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecture made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quickly. Just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You awake to a knock on your door. Underling from Inel brought back some company. You told that underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room now. Looks like they took an honor. Yazid, gonna go eat dinner, be right back. Alright, bon appetit. I thought you told that underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized break away from the castle. You sold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in guests, so you let them off easy. Yes, underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient, thinking about her impending capture. So she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any human. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this would put way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists as she says and talks to you more. You feel warmly sad as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Stay a while and listen. Stay a while and listen. You can bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all that what she expects them to be. You are glad that she seems to have open mind about this kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. Surprised to hear her thank you. You always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, that you were actually super evil all along. Maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can tell if she's into you or not. You're entered by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble. The hero asks her to return to village with him. Confusing feelings well upside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Let them go. You're certain that she returned to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that you decided. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overload bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. Close your eyes for a while. Until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you to get out. Or you're being usurped. They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from it if this one burns down? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. This is ungrateful bastard. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You see them in hell. Burn an overlord and reset the stage. And we got 3 more of this and overlord endings. They're quite a lot. Let's see which we can reach. And it seems like we can still get some more. More bad endings, seems like. Let's try this easy route of being a tyrant, underling is hungry, hero baby dutiful. Wait, what? Welcome back. Are you pleased with your progress so far? Well, yes, not bad. It's not bad. Or we can try it. Underling grant a day off. And then bring the maiden to the castle. Underling gets involved in the dethrone overlord, disloyal. Overlord bed on. Okay. Holy hell, we have so much options now. I'm gonna try. I don't know. There's so many options now. I'm interested in this branch here, so I'm gonna play the underling, and the overlord doesn't need to be antisocial, but the hero needs to be diplomatic, and the overlord behavior needs to be possessive. Alright, so diplomatic, possessive, and the maiden doesn't matter. She's surprised with it. Nice. You set out of your adventure outside the castle. And we are ready. Quick yelling. Oh, right, because I never did that default behavior of she's not being polite. So she started yelling. There to quit yelling. When the maiden realized you're not going to hurt her, she gains her composure. Now she started talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which was always confused you, because why is there community of only one language in the world? That's a good question. Some characters ask good question, like the hero asking why is there a demonic. Welcome back, Yazid. So yeah, here are some questions that the character asks that are good questions, like the hero asking, why is there a village next human village next to a demonic castle? The maiden asking, why does she have a destiny to fulfill? And now this guy asking, why is there convenient one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, won't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, we already seen it, they seem to get along just fine, so you decide about this time to take a nap. You don't get to sleep, your brain wake up. Can we try to... Okay, I'm not going to be disloyal now. But it's the same thing. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's be polite. So we need to be disloyal here. Hear her out, yes. Disloyal. And alright, different ending. You sneak up onto Overlord zone, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With Overlord distracted, you figure this is a good chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her in the back. Range is giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. But tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new overlord. Heroic underling. Nice. That would be... There's one more bad end for the underling, but we can't access it because hero needs more stuff. She needs more stuff. We can try to beat the maiden and get this ending here, because we can try to look, but basically it will be the same ending from the maiden's perspective. Let's get that. So she needs to be antisocial, or just meeting them. It's the maiden stays, the hero is diplomatic, and Overlord is possessive. So basically this one. You are the man. We have seen this file. Introduce yourself. Let's be polite. Oh, and the hero asks yes if you return to the village with him to give everyone news of your safety. But Overlord objects to this hero's suggestion. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe your demons are evil after all. If you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice then. The Overlord suddenly jumps at the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch, because you can't look away. As she'll be in line to all along, you wonder if this is your punishment for capturing the divine flame. Overlord approaches you now. You have backed yourself into a corner. Expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord is in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. But Overlord stopped. Rather, someone has stopped her. Whatever held back your scream before doesn't stop you this time. Overlord is being ripped to shed by one of the demon underling. You think you recognize them, but it's hard to tell without blood. Everyone stopped moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they done, even though it was awful. You feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. So like they look at you, confused for a moment, but then poof out their chest. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice and make your way out. Yes, sir. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. After that, it's reasonable. And with that, I got a few more maiden ending. And seems like I can get... Can I get more? I should get more hero ending now. Like, the hero flees from demon, he is being diplomatic. The underling isn't hungry. The hero reaches the overload room, everything's fine. and possessive. It's basically... Okay. Overload being possessive. Yeah. And we can see the hero side of things, basically. Which is basically this. Feel like covered. Diplomatic. Ask Maiden what's going on. The Maiden explains that she was never actually captured, that she came here on her own volition. This was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. Ask her to return town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. But the Overlord objects to this. Maiden tries to tell her that she's come right back, but Overlord refuses to hear it. The Maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to meditate a situation like this. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to meet with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the Maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero ending. Now, okay, let's not do the possessive one. Or we can try to be antisocial. But no. Let's not be antisocial. No, let's try this route because I want to see first from the Overlord perspective how is she's not being antisocial. So basically this. Feel like it covered. Diplomatic. Ask the Maiden what's going on. The world allows you to leave and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. This proves to you the demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the Maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. But those same creatures have just noticed you, observing. The Maiden takes off in gas and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The Maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. The demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. Followed by the group of the elders who shift the blame back onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subject. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this Maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving you run off the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? Underling pounced on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join in, vowing to slay the guard demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the Underling, crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into her underling chest and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into the limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the Maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in this time like this, you envy her. The two few, the Overlord and the Underling's corpse are all consumed by flames. Resigned heroes and let's set the stage. Well, yeah, this was this. this needs an overload choice to make it different. Okay, let's go on antisocial one, not being antisocial. Let the underling wait, no. Being a tyrant, the underling is hungry and the hero is dutiful. We haven't checked this out. So tyrant, hungry, dutiful hero. So dutiful, hungry, and we are tired. Tyrant, you awake to a huge commotion outside. Hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guys? You rush out into battlefield to confront this dirtwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reason for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. Just drinking. My throat hurts a bit more. My throat hurts a bit. Excuse me. You don't know what he's talking about. You can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You're unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subject. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons you served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are followed by darkness. Conquered overlord and yes, at the stage. What else can we get as the ending? Oh my. Throwaway seems like Throwaway does this. Okay. It does it upward but not downward. That was more and more bad endings. Yeah. Sooner or later we're gonna find the true ending. Hopefully. So, what route can we go on? We can go on the let of the underling, the overload being antisocial, overload awakens, and disloyal. Okay. Wait, what was the maiden? Obedient, yes, obedient, and the underling disloyal, and she is obedient. Diplomatic. Let's try. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere to refresh their dark soul. The air should be fine for every once in a while. They thank you and happily slowly off to who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap off a little while. Being the overlord sure is great. And skipping. Tell her she better go home. You love to have all the conversation in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she so takes her leave. You figure you may as well back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. One of your underlings tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You remember now. You gave this one day off, and this is how it repays you. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Assassinate Overlord, and yeah, we've seen this a few times already, just from different perspective. What else can we get? We can get the diplomatic. And she and being possessive of the maiden. Diplomatic, not being obedient, and being overlord. Let's skip. Anthem Deo. Let her stay up for a while. And now keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You grant her your wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. No. The hero is cautious. Cautious. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero, no, he is already. It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. The servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. Yeah, that. They don't do much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this happened to you. And now I should have the meme here. I can't believe you have done this. Wait. I think I can. No. But yes. I'm adding that. Let me just add this. Window capture. Brave. And you can see it already. But yeah. No sound. Sorry. Now with sound. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Betrayed overlord. Yes, at the stage, yes. And let's see what else ending we can get. We got those. We can go on this space. We can leave, have the underling of Deo. Have the maiden out to chat. He's dutiful. Yeah. So dutiful and we're nice. And overload start, let's skip it. Anthem Deo, yes. Let her stay for a while. You notice the sound of battle having started ringing through your castle hall. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her. Only your underlit dog housing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. The army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your realm. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servant's bodies in pieces all you stone about your castle has really taken out of you. The hero did this. There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this here to save her. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero started bumbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back. You lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Brave overlord. Bash. Okay, now we can go on being dutiful, heroic even, and we see what happens. And she not being... Wait, what? We didn't get this ending, what? Strange. Okay. We did get the ending. No, burned, betrayed, assassinated, conquered. Strange that one of the ending didn't register here. Oh well, we can go on dutiful and heroic now. And Maiden can be martyr for us. And we get this ending right now. Now starting again, Demon Lord, Overlord basically, and Deo, Tell State of Eye. The maiden shouts something behind you, and you just turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. Versus her chest, and she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for humans has not yet been sated. You go and destroy them all, and become ruler of the entire world. Vengeful Overlord. Nice. Is Underland again. We gotten this one. We can get to the same ending without being without the maiden getting martyred, and we get this one hopefully. So we checking this one out and playing the Overlord again, skipping. They can remain, stay for a while. You feel a sudden sharp pain through your back. You look down to see the blade protruding from your chest. Ah, it was careless of you. This is how you die, stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right, humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they're capable of. You should have remembered before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hands, leading her through the sea of corpses he left in his wake. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Slain Overloaded. Now we have an ending with when letting Deo allow the maiden to stay. The hero is diplomatic, and Overlord claims the maiden as her own because she is possessive. Diplomatic. Wait, but diplomatic, yes. And that's it. Yeah, the rest is my the Overlord choice. So starting Overlord, skipping, and then video. She can stay. Keep her here. And we already seen this. Battery and Overload NB, yes. But we didn't get... What the hell? Something is not adding up. This one doesn't add up. This, for some reason, this doesn't want to get it. I don't know why. Let's try something else then. Let's try this route. Is the diplomatic? We let the maiden go. So same thing, just we're not being possessive. Leo, let her stay alive, let them go. You're certain that she returns to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while. You almost fall asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frankly trying to communicate something to you. You thought that a group of demons plotting to assassinate you. By the way, did you notice that the art style colors change in certain routes when all of the four of them are together, basically, when the fates intertwine in the same place? So this might be something like being on a correct route, I think. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was the first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, just beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overloaded. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to plan A, and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. Underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, wounds is ready to cover demons on the other side. So this is how you die, burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden is crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed or well. You're so full with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you grabbed the underlings those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. So far, we always taken his life. But for the sake of completion, let's take it again. You pace through the gas with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They stop moving, but you keep digging, twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. Underling's growth burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful Overlord. Because yes, that was his bad ending, and we can choose here something else. Grant them day. Starting again, Overlord. Granting day off. Yes. Let her stay for a while. Let them go. And now forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them won't make you feel any better. Besides, they already gotten their punishment. You all burn together. Overlord's true end. Therefore, taken back to reset the story once again. You pause. Torment. True end? You say to yourself, what was the point of my effort if this true ending is it is terrible? Yes, it is a point. You must have forgotten where you were. This is the bed and theater. Is the pain settling in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of that you've been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I think quite often. At some point you grew attached to my little cat. You started to relate to their flaws, their plight. You started wishing for their happiness. Well, yeah. But you aren't going to think that here. In my theater! My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. First, to continue on, the next ending down is yours. I leave you to do it, dear guests. Reset the stage. Overlord. Yeah, there's missing one ending that for some reason I can't get. Listen, hero diplomatic. I don't know why. This is strange. I should have this. But for some reason I don't. Okay. Okay. I need to go. Hero begins short. The Overlord is antisocial. The hero is dutiful. The Maiden obedient. And we get an ending. Let's do that. Antisocial, obedient, Maiden. Obedient, antisocial. And hero's route. Hero, yeah, the other we all been. I think it was dutiful. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the excellent maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity, and she runs from you for some reason. You wonder what it's all about, but then you remember you're covered in demon blood. Not wanting to look like a crazy person chasing after her or anything, you now gently walk back to town. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is it the maiden you saw earlier? She bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in frenzy. Smoke begins to rise and you stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something terrible to deserve that. We all know that she didn't. You decide to call it a day and return to your house, but you can't escape the sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Spectator hero. This was it, yes? We can go to the hero flees from the demons, Maiden very obedient to talk, and we can do something here. It doesn't seem to be apparent what. Let's try. Again, hero start, flee like a coward. And we meet up the maiden again. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know what the Overlord's castle is like? Right there. It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anything in it. Holy, we have a choice now. Let's go with she can be trusted. We are a hero after all. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught your whole life the demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets upset if you think she would lie to you. She thumbs off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself. You take your time walking home. Job well done. Today you think of yourself. And yeah. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call today and return to your house, but you can't escape this sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't got out this role. Yeah, same ending, but now we're gonna believe her. So hero's ending, play like a coward, believe her, and sorry. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. Townspeople must be informed this immediately. Two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your soul there. You may run into her on the way to castle. She explains that the overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whisper. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. Town Elder's voice breaks you out of your thought. He implores you to meet with the overlord immediately and say they all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. I figured that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. Up to you to catch up to her and talk to demons in order to clean this misunderstanding. Hey, Moyo! Welcome to the Graveyard Club. Have a seat, have a drink, enjoy the show. Hello, Moyo. Ülj le, fogd egy italt, és élvezd a show. You voluntarily dash after the maiden towards the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gate, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden. She was a fool to have trusted demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You avenge her death. You charge through the gate to eliminate every demon you see. What the fuck are you doing on killing all my soldiers? Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but Overlord isn't going down easily. You report danger low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero end. Let's set the stage. And this was what? This was this unlucky hero end. Seems like... something here. Something the maiden can do here. Let's go with the maiden. We're going with trusting. Everything remains the same. And we're gonna be the maiden. We're polite, we're obedient. Maiden start again. Being polite. And being obedient. And we met up with the hero, and he is very surprised that demons don't seem to as much as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. Your parents rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seem confused and look to the hero for explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that this isn't really his story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord, that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours. We don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to demons himself, just to make sure, absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery, demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course, if you were conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guards down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You will be tied up and tossed into the cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. We saw how she dies when she goes on alone. Let's check it out from her perspective. Live on your own. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stand just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them. Underling you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you in that moment. You regret having ever trusted demon. Yes, you gotta go. Thanks for the stream so far. Have a nice evening, everyone. Yeah, have a nice evening for you too, Lil Hedge. Have fun. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. Slaughter the Maiden and reset the stage. Let me check the Maiden again. This was the escape one. We didn't see the possessive one from the Overlord and Slaughter, here it is. Let's go again with the Maiden, and now we're gonna grab the hero. Introduce yourself. Obedient. Grab the hero and run. You boldly announce that you accompanied the hero to prove yourself. You're at a risk what's out there instead of saying a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to rap. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Near the castle entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating over. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. Isn't it right, you think? What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. Now or never, you take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words playing out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. Underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they have part of this evil plot. They seem so nice. Over 30 demons coming in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first Underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You are relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she's very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss at each other before shutting the door, leaving the one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you in all? You have a bad feeling about this. Think that you must jinx it because now the room is engulfed in flames. Only you had ignored those demons before. You and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them. you left as you were taught, only the overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. The path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you will always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. Overlord sizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. Overlord spares the underling. You feel revealed, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Maiden's true ending. Keep collecting the bad. This is a situation to try to get true ending, but I want to get more bad endings. Because we got this. We can get the one from... We can go on the overlord behavior. The orderling being loyal. The hero is diplomatic. So, loyal. Wait, what? Antisocial behavior, Maiden saves the world. Diplomatic and possessive, yes. Okay. This can stay. So Maiden, start again. Introduce yourself. Refuse to leave. Yeah, and here's the where Overlord Aprosina back. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what's the means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Captured Maiden. Ooh. Maybe one of the ending is about that. This ending is when the underling is not disloyal. So diplomatic, possessive, like this. So Overlord. Random Deo. Let her stay a while. And she's being possessive. And yes, different ending now. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You will be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Selfish Overlord and nice. Letter floated down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 4. Reset the stage. Wait. Lost letter 4. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of. In fact, as I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should this poor puss have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justification. Yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony. However unrealistic that felt. I look back only on the day. Even now, I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours. Tragedy. Oh my. Ah, right. I got all the Overlord endings. And now I can try all the... Wait, no, wait, no. Go back. Let's check this. We can get the underling ending, yes. Can we get the true ending? Wait, what is? Oh. I can choose this to choose here to go. You must really be enjoying my tragedies. Let's say I do. So for the underling's true ending, I need to be granted day off, being the maiden, be disloyal. The hero must not be diplomatic. The overlord must be antisocial, maiden be obedient, the hero trusting, maiden resolute, and the overlord be merciful. Okay, straight line. Oh, I already forgot how to do it. But basically, I need to set the hero not be diplomatic, or the underling not be disloyal. We see basically trusting, resolute, antisocial, right? I won't be destroyed, but antisocial, yes. Obedient, trusting, and resolute. I think this will be. So hero trusting, diplomatic, maiden polite, obedient, resolute. Underling will be not hungry, not be disloyal, and overlord be antisocial, possessive. Okay, let's try. So underling start. Hero out. And I need to be disloyal here. Wait, what? That wasn't a new ending. I messed up something. It's possessive and diplomatic. For hero is not diplomatic, and overlord must not be possessive, and she needs to be merciful. And here it is. To your surprise, overlord spares you. Or maybe she's rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you're just going from one dead end to the another. The maiden is crying, the hero is silent. You all burn together. Underling true ending. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you begin to despair, or... Letter flutters down from behind the curtain. You found lost letter 3. Reset the stage. And lost letter. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. Stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, I always listen to the very end. I'm grateful to that. I hope to see you again soon. Forever yours. Tragedy. Is his love basically comedy? Maiden ending. We're missing one from this here. Will happen something? We can go on. Wait, no. We need to go on. Wait, what? Something is not adding up. Let's go on. Oh, right. I need to go on this path to open up this option here. And I need to maiden be not be resolute. So the same thing, but she's not resolute. So again, underling, hear her out, disloyal. You and your friend turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It's been bad for you, but if the overlord found out about this, and we can toss her into a dungeon. And that's the choice. Toss her into dungeon. You and your friends fight the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty, save for decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden's very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue swimming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived at the front gate. He's asking about the maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot! You think, why give the hero an access to starting off? The hero yes, prepared to face justice, and utters such cliche hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. And my throat hurts, damn it. Everybody hydration checks, please. Let me redeem it so you guys can even see it. My throat. You're smart compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by the sword. You get to thinking, if this hero talked you down to Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They wear each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Don't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. Finish off the hero neck. You can't let him revive for you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding place. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow down before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you as you had betrayed your overlord. We have seen this. Puppet Master achievement, huh? What kind of achievement is this? Unlike all the actors' behaviors. Oh, yeah. And now we can easily get the auto endings. Like this one, where Maiden begins her story, Maiden meets Overlord, Overlord is antisocial, Maiden is obedient, hero is trusting, Maiden returns to the Overlord alone, Underling Bailey disloyal, and his captor. So basically this. Basically all of this, just now I'm Maiden, and I'm not resolute. So Maiden start, be polite, obey, live on my own. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you into danger before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but demons ignore your protest. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who is going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend her for a step. You sure can. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? He's out there. Your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. Impossible to tell what happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Imprisoned Maiden end. What ending remains? Maiden remains one ending where she is met with the Overlord. Overlord is antisocial. Maiden is obedient. Wait, what? No. I don't think I can go on this route. Wait, she needs not to be merciful, but then I get this ending. If I go with Maiden, start with Maiden, the Overlord being antisocial, Maiden is obedient, the hero is trusting, Maiden is resolute, Underling is disloyal, and the Overlord isn't merciful. So basically this. Maiden start being polite, obeying her, and being resolute, grabbing him. And his overload claws pierce through the underneath chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor things while they continue to pray. But there is no saving any of you now. You, the overload, the hero, and the underneath corpse are consumed by flames. Devout Maiden ending. Letter flutters down to Bayon the curtain. You find lost letter number 2. Reset the stage. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud if you could only see. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side at the opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are, whatever yours strategy. The last one is hero, and there's 1, 2. I need the hero's true ending, and this one. So for that, I need to start as a hero, overload being antisocial, hero flees from the demons, Maiden is obedient, and the hero believes and the hero believes. The hero doesn't believe it, and we can get that. Okay. So hero start. Let's skip it all. Play like a coward, and she can be trusted. You aren't sure how you should. Wait, no, this isn't a new ending. What did I mess up? Excuse me. Wait, I mean the underling isn't disloyal, isn't a captor, and the Maiden isn't resolute. Okay. So basically this. Okay, hero start, skip, play like a coward. Thank you. Thank you, Yazid. That sneeze. Yes, my sneezes were kinda loud. Sorry about that, guys. I was so engrossed in the game that I forgot that I can sneeze loud. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, yes. And now I believe her. Yes, you dash of the main towards the overload. That's the air becomes dark, thick, and you enter deep into demons at the evil miasma. No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the Maiden ahead, but she stopped in her tracks. Overload casts anger in flame. You had only taken your eyes off the Maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get close to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now, you think of turning back. The Maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. You could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Will you be risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. You return to villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The Maiden was claimed by the demons. I send that hero end. Okay, and all I need is the hero's true ending, which is antisocial, hero frees, obedient, hero is trusting, Maiden is resolute, and underling is disloyal. And then the overlord is merciful. So resolute, disloyal, antisocial, merciful. And playing as a hero. Start as a hero, play like a coward, and believe her story. As you stand there, not sure what to do, the maiden announces that she's going to prove herself to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits. Huzzah! When you make it to the castle, you spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance, and you can't help but overheat their conversation. They're talking about assassinating the overlord. It proves you that you demons really are party teachers. We have to tell her about this. We don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all worthless creatures. Wait, we already did this. Let's just skip it. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You all burn together. Hero's true ending. Letter flutters down from beneath the curtain. You found lost letter 1. There's a letter collector. I got that at each segment. Let's see. My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable. Cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write. And I keep writing until the day you find me once more. And then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for the day. Forever yours, tragedy. Seems like comedy and tragedy. Why can't I say tragedy? Fucking hell, what the tragedia? Tragedy. Fucking hell. Why can't I say the word? I don't know. Strategy. Okay, that means that I can't freaking say it for some reason. But seems like I got all the endings, and seems like comedy and tragedy being together, being separated, and Tragedia has tried to write his sorrow away, and created this bad and theater, and tried to lure comedy back to him. And somehow she came back with last letter, saying, "What a terrible ending! Why should this poor fool have died? Poor fool have to die." And seems like congratulations, you have explored every path I had to offer. Thank you for playing. Not so fast. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayer. You decide to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the past you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. You are... question mark. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. We didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? I come to save you. You explain to the group that you witnessed their many intertwining fates, and now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them, only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered! You must be... Your god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. But this isn't a role-playing game. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but the sad insert story. How passe. Passe. You watch helplessly as tragedy. Find it, tragedy. Okay, I butchered it. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto this stage, didn't you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me tragedy. Fucking hell, why can't I say that out normally? Tragedy. Tragedia, if you like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relieve one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in this darkness with me. Tragedia. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide your stealing the show without permission. By disrespectful. I'm sick of all of these bad endings. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that less for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you got. Why? I don't know why I did like that. Time to fight God. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. He's turned into an RPG, from visual novel into an RPG. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? Love to see. I'm going to attack. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, is that all? You never defeat me like that. You're right. Wait, let me try it again. Defend. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much as masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Truly, these characters have a special place in your heart. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here, to the end of the world. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Summon. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not demon. How can you explain it in a way that the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this, I craft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the customs are what attached him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide, yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently, his outfits are too gaudy for the outer townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor, rather than a hero. Please, tell me what I can do to reach a dream. The hero will now fight alongside of you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss without him. You're the one who's been killing us. Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Your HP. Let's try the willpower. Your reign of terror ends here, Tragedia. I refuse to give in. The hero and his paper overcome tragedy. Tragedia is reeling. Justice. The hero tries using his belief in justice to fight Tragedia. That justice applies to you too, does it not? That justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? So one of the hero's attacks will become good. Let's summon another one. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing! She approaches you, having already taken notice of your old form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are, in a sense. You come out this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping I would meet one day. You think what terrible peace that hope would bring about. She's the catalyst of the story after all. My role as maiden is to be captured by the overlord. You see, I'm grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She went to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is that she really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The ending for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside of you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedia attacks with a terrible fate. Let's try hope. Our true ending do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all of her heart to overcome tragedy. And that was the correct one. Tragedia is reeling. Let's summon another one. You approach the gates of the Overlord Castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you, the other demon in your guard, missoundlessly. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder. After you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you will come to save them from Tragedia. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. Underling snickers. You ask what kind of job do I have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just wanna live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to be betrayed them in time. If they keep better company, maybe they won't be so restless. The end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. But there's a way that even work can be fun. Sounds fake, but I'll tag on with you just in case. Underling will now fight alongside of you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about boss battle! Underling. You must be desperate to kill on such unreliable ally. Huh? If I meet this guy, all my promise will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedia attacks with a terrible fate. And for underling, I think tenacity will be the answer to... No. Knock me down and I just come back stronger. Underling uses the tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedia is reeling. And one more, which is the Overlord. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire containing the torch on the wall. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from their slumber. Who are you? Have you come to rest in my castle? Answer me. You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you come here to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. Lost in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. His reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish them to be left alone to live peaceful and dangerous life in my castle. And yes, it's pretty late to be getting some backstory, by the way. You realize she must be actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the Maiden. Her ending for the overlast landing becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well. I will follow you. The overlord will now fight alongside you. I see. So this is Tragedia. Ah, you brought the overlord. Don't stand a chance now. You prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face your death as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible face. Now that the whole party's in, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me! It's either ambition or brutality, but I don't know. Let's try ambition. I reach my true ending with my own power. Overlord uses her ambition as to overcome tragedy. And it was. This is it. Everyone's heart united to take aim towards the best possible future. You unleash one final attack to destroy Tragedia once and for all. You done it! You managed to defeat me! A tragic ending for Tragedia itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you. Starring as Hero as himself. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Maiden. Thank you, Underling. Thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Written and produced by Tragedia. Directed by you. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my band, the bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing all. For so long, I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. Are we satisfied? I say yes, I'm satisfied because honestly, this was a truly enjoyable experience. And it's 4 hours long. What do you guys think? Is it a good ending, satisfying ending? And I ran out of freaking water. No, well. But you know what? Let's go with no. Because honestly, there's one more ending that happy ending that we didn't get. And it's Tragedia itself. No. Yes, you say it's satisfying. In a sense, yes, but again, in a sense, yes, it's satisfying, but again, as I said, there is one more person who didn't get a satisfying ending, and that is Tragedy himself. Tragic. Sometimes I'm able to say, sometimes I'm not. And why am I so unable to say this one word? Tragic. Fucking hell. Tragedia. Well, I did my best. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you earned this one. Here's your true ending. he doesn't get a true ending. Why not? Wait, no. Something is amiss here. Oh. Hatsune Miku. I like this. Now, after the stream, I'm gonna go off and find another remix. But a cover. Made with Vampire. Oh my. Vampire is a free-to-use visual novel engine. Yeah, it's a lovely song. And I don't believe you. I don't believe you as it's a true end. Something is missing. What did I say? What did I? Something missing. What did I say? Something is missing. Oh, you're still here? The curtain has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragediac left for me to tell after all. There is one more. Me? You left on why I started this theater? Because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Remove the mask. You gently raise your fingers to the crack in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart into your hands, revealing... Oh! I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't help but compare my face to the Maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already notice, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I set the stage. In this world, there are no such thing as demons or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. Running time, isn't it? The Maiden and the Overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the community they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality of many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the types of story where love conquers all. Where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship, and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. And then I started to date her. But the story does have a happy ending. Huh? I was hoping to find you. It's you. It's been so long. Look, I never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? Feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You know, I could never resist giving you your story's happy ending. Of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in time. Thank you for reminding of that. I love you. I love you. I love you too. This is nice. Truly, everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. Yeah. I'm trying to find the. Yes, it was a trip. I want to find the music that where Hatsumik is singing. I hear it is it's such a nice song. But yeah, the game itself was amazing. I was engrossed in the story, as you can see, because I just played it through all of it, and it was 4 hours. It's amazing. I do recommend you get into this game because holy hell, it's good. Well, if you've seen me, but basically I spoiled all of it, but still get it. Support the creator, in my opinion, because holy hell, very good. Yeah, it was a trip. Holy hell. Wow.
Searching for my lost love, stumbled toward bed and theater. Though its lays were cold, I still felt this warmth from them.
True, but yeah, watching games won't stop me from trying them. True. But as I said, as watched a playthrough of this game, but I didn't remember anything. In a sense, in that sense, I'm lucky that I have a bad memory. So when I'm watching somebody play through a visual novel, after a few months, I can play it like it's new for me. For example, like this, because I think Kiara played this game. Snow, no. Don't you just... Mačka, ne... Trošku moje mačka! My cat tried to knock my phone down from its place, and it succeeded barely. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My cat was just acting up. But yeah, in a sense, I'm lucky in that I have a bad memory. So when I'm seeing somebody play a visual novel that seems interesting, a few moments later, I can play it like it's brand new for me with no issue. Yeah, typical cats. No, nem mész mosolyodva vissza. Cat, no. Okay, I have compressed there, and that's usually gets away. And yeah, I want bed and theater song, yes. Is there any? There is a few remixes out there and covers. I will listen to them. But now, yes, the thing is, I'm not so into visual novels, but I give it a try, may change my mind over them. Really, visual novels, there are a lot of variety out there that just, they are masterpieces, they are average ones. And there are many, there's some just tell a single story with no choices. With visuals, kinetic visual novels are like that. But true visual novel usually give you options, decision trees, and truly they like it. Originally, Fate Stay Night was a visual novel. Yes, it's adult-themed visual novel, but no one said it was a visual novel that spanned an entire franchise. It was that good. So, for example, you can try that visual novel. Or Sayanota, my absolute best favorite visual novel, and my waifu is from there, Saya. Saya is the best girl, hands down, waifu, and whatever you have it. And there's from top of my head, I can't remember any good ones out there, but I can scout around for you later on, Yazid. So yeah. Anyway, let's see who we can raid now. Because I'm stopping here, I have run out of water. My throat start hurting. I can't go on anymore. Hey, I forgot to mute you. Let's see who we can raid. Puri is playing back snacks. We should rate her. The reason being because she's another Hungarian VTuber, and I joined a Discord where many Hungarian VTubers join up, and we started a back snack group there. Even I played that game, but it was more a relaxed game for me. So we're gonna rate her now. So go watch all the crazes about this. And rate channel. Yep, her. So yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the game. Everything. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever have you. And goodbye.